Hi, it's Mark from Daddy's Yummy Cakes and Sugarcraft. Today's my second tutorial, so let's get started. If you can remember, on the last tutorial we did basic cotton stamens like this. Well, today's tutorial is going to be how to prepare this basic one so you can dust it and paint it so it looks more realistic like that. So, as always, let's talk about what equipment we're going to need. As always, you're going to need a foam box, foam to put your stamens in. You're going to need an emery board, what's never been used for nails but only been used for sugarcraft. A pointy tool, again I've just got my Dresden tool. A pair of tweezers, a dusting brush, some clear alcohol, in this case vodka, a piece of greaseproof paper for your dust. In this case I've got a pink, what I've already got. You're going to need a dust of your choosing for the top of your stamens. In this case I've got plum. A little pot to make your mixture up with the vodka, and a painting brush. You also need, which I forgot, clear fresh egg white, which I'll explain in a bit. And when I tend to make these stamens or any kind of sugarcraft things, I always tend to make more than what I need. Then you've got extras, you can pick your best from mum or for damage. Now in this case, this is my extra spare one, so as I like to call it, the runt of the family. So the idea is, as we talked about last time, you spread them out and all this. So to get them looking from nice neat cuts to making them more look like stamens is that you use an emery board. You close your stamens up and you rub them on the emery board. What this effectively does is it just roughs them up, plumps them up a little bit. So you rub it a few times, then you're left exactly with a mess. So then what you do is you spread it out a bit with your fingers, and then just start spreading it out. Like I said before, there's no right or wrong way, it's until you're happy with it. You'll hear me saying that a lot, that there's no right or wrong way when it comes to sugar flowers. The reason I say that is a few things really. One, I think with sugar flowers there needs to be an element of artistic license. Two, when you grow proper flowers, they never grow the same anyway, they always grow with slight imperfections. And three, no one's perfect, nothing is ever perfect. You know, if you've only just started doing sugar flowers, then it'd be wrong to think you could do it to the same level as what I can, and it'd be wrong for me to think I could do it the same as what someone who's done it for 10 years. So no one's perfect. Remember, it's just about enjoyment, that's all it is. So no right or wrong way, just until you're happy with it. Spread it around. When you think it's something how you want it, what you do then is make sure there's a few in the middle. Then you're ready for the next stage. Now if you see, it actually has roughed it up on the end, made them more thicker, more fluffy. Now this next stage, there's two ways of doing it. You can use edible glue or you can use egg whites. I personally prefer egg whites. The reason for that is, with the edible glue, I find sometimes it takes harder for the dust to adhere to the cotton. So what you do is you get your tweezers, you dip them into the egg whites, knock off the excess, and what you want to do is in the middle, you want to just get a few on their own, put your tweezers down and just crimp it. And then with the other moisture on here, you just run it around the edges like that. Now what the egg whites does, if you think about mousse or hair lacquer or hairspray, it just firms it up a little bit. And then that's when you've done it middle, and again then you just spread it around to get roughly something what you want. Like I said, this is only the run to the family, so this was only done just to show you the principles of it. So that's that. And then what you do is, after you're something happy with that, you leave it to dry. Leave it to do until it's completely dry, and what you're left with is something like that. So as you can see, the egg white's dried them. It's quite firm there, quite firm. Now when you dust, they are going to close back up, and you will have to use your pointy end again, and you're going to have to spread them about again, but it's a lot easier because it's had a bit of egg white on it. So you get your dust like this, you get your dusting brush, and you just start dusting it. Now don't worry too much if some of your cotton is showing through your dust. I think it adds to the overall effect of the stamens. I mean, obviously you don't want too much of the cotton showing through, but if you get bits of it showing through, don't matter, it adds to the overall effect. So you dust it again, and as you can see, because you've egg whited it, even though you've gone over with dusting brush, it's relatively still how you want it to be. It still needs a little bit of titivation and a little bit of manipulation with a pointy end, just to get it exactly how you think you want it to look. And when you're happy with it, how it looks, you need to mix some colour up with vodka or clear alcohol. So all you do is just a little bit of your colour, then a little bit of vodka. Now the reason we use colour alcohol is a couple of reasons really. One, it doesn't tint the colour, the colour you mix up is the colour you get. And two, it dries a lot, it dries quick, so the alcohol evaporates and you're left with the colour. You can do this with water. The problem with doing it with water is it takes for ages to dry. I've done it both ways, vodka, and I've done it with clear water. The vodka is much quicker. When you're happy with your mixture, wipe the excess off your brush, and it's not so much about, trust me to knock it over, it's not so much about painting the ends, it's about dabbing. As you can see what I've done earlier, it's just dabbing them. So this is the one I've dusted, and if you're still not quite happy with it, you can just manipulate it, just move it around with your Dresden tool or your whatever pointy tool you're using. Then all you do is dab your brush around. It doesn't matter if some areas have got more paint on than others, don't matter if some have only got a little bit on, don't matter if you get a big clump. They're supposed to look like seed heads on top of stamens, some on the middle. And what you can do is give it a light coating, just a light brush on the back. Add some more on if you think there's not enough. If you think there's not enough on your brush, just put it back in. Take it, wipe the excess off again, and just go around dabbing again. It's as simple as that. And then once you've done that, just get your Dresden tool again and just shape it how you want it. Like I say, there's no right and wrong way. Be pleased with what you've made. It's as simple as that. No one's going to criticise you for it. Just be happy with what you made it. You'll make progress all the time. So I'll show you again with my other good one. So you can see again the bits where it's glued, where it's been, egg white's been used on it. So just load your dusting brush up, dust it. If you think you've over dusted it, when you've dusted it, just give it a little blow. Get your pointy end of your tool again. And just spread them out. And then when you're happy with it again, dip your brush into the colour alcohol and just dab. Just dab, dab, dab. Again, if you get a little bit on some, quite a bit on others, it don't matter. It all helps with the overall effect of making it look like seeds on top of stamens. Again, you can just give it a light coat on the back and just press, 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 manipulate it around. And when you're relatively happy with it, just get your pointy tool again and move them around until you're happy with it. Then, if you compare them to the original basic stamens, so bear in mind this, I know this one doesn't look very good because it's the runt of the family, but you've got something basic to something what looks more realistic, like a proper stamen or stamen centre. To seal these, you've got two options. I'm not sealing mine yet, but the two options are you can either boil a kettle. When it reaches to steam's coming out the nozzle, just waft it through the steam on both sides. Don't hold it over, just gently waft it through it. That will set it. The other option is you can buy edible glaze in a spray can. I think it's $7.99 from PME. You just give it a couple of squirts front and back. That will set the colour. Because it's a glaze, more squirts you give it and let it dry and keep repeating the process. Harder these will set and more shiny these will get. So that's the basic tutorial on how to turn cotton into stamen centres. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. The next tutorial will be clematis leaves on wires. You can find Daddy's Yummy Cakes and Sugarcraft on Facebook. We have now got a YouTube channel, so please feel free to search us and subscribe to us and like us on Facebook. Thank you very much.